Namaskar, I'm Rajendra Salokhe. In my last video, I presented the most popular opening played with D4. Now, here I discuss the most popular opening with E4. Now, speaking about E4, about 50% of 3.2 million games, here I've written 3.2 million games, 32 lakh games were played with E4. That is the statistics I got from 365chess.com. So we'll start with the E4 and see what are the other popular moves. So E4 is our first move, and then 41% of the people replied to E4 with C5. That is Sicilian defense. So Sicilian defense, 41% of E4 games were replied with C5. So now next popular move is knight to F3. 74% of the people who played up to this, that is last move C5, they replied with knight F3. Then black replies with D6, and the percentage is 40.45% of the games played. Now white, these are the standard moves of the Sicilian defense, of course. White plays D4. Now he gives here a pawn for exchange. Actually, if you look at the principles of the opening and middle game, you do not give a pawn for exchange to a flank pawn. But it's alright, 79% of the people play D4. Then C cross D4 is the next move by black. 96% of the people will play this. Then knight cross D4 next by white. Again 95% of the people. When I'm saying this percentage, it is reference to previous moves. Meaning, supposing this move is there, we go back to this, you have come up to this, and then whatever people have left, among them 96% will play with knight, not 96% of the all games played. So this will be replied by knight F6 by 98% people. Again for that move, knight to C3 is again 98%. Now this is typical, of course, Sicilian defense moves. So people are playing some other moves also. It's not 100% this way. And then black plays A6, which is 60%. Now here we come to Sicilian Nassdorf version. Actually the code is B90, and Sicilian defense comprises of 5% of the total games played with E4 are played with Sicilian Nassdorf. So Nassdorf Sicilian is the most popular version. We go a little further as far as the statistics is available to us. Next to this is bishop to E2. This is 22% of the people will play this. So other popular moves for this are, after A6, the other is bishop to G5, and you try to pin this. If this E pawn is lifted up, then it is pinning the knight. Or another move is there, which is E3. Having the bishop here and supporting this knight, which is having, yes, one support from the queen, but another support you give to this knight. And the percentage is around 19%, etc. So those are the nearest moves, but highest is this. Highest is bishop to e2. This. Next to this popular move is e5. Take the pawn here and threaten the knight. So 55% of the people will play this. Then knight goes to b3 is 91%. You have to take the knight somewhere, and the best position for the knight at b3 only. The knight is being attacked. Next is bishop e7, which is again played by 83%. Now actually this bishop, the move is very restricted, and we want to castle, then you have to lift it somewhere, so there's no alternative than to take it to a7. So no surprise that 87% of the people play. Then white castles 66%, black castles 80%. Now bishop goes to e3 and is developed on this diagonal. Then this rook and queen are connected, so I'll someday talk on the advantages of this also. Bishop e6, this white square bishop, e6 is 85%. This is threatening the knight here. And now queen to d2 is 52%. Now consider 32 lakhs games. This ditto game has been played by only 646 people. Ditto these moves, and which comes to about 0.04% of that total 32 lakhs. So very small amount. So in chess, lot of variations are there, and playing a ditto game is very difficult. Every time you play chess game, it is a different combination. So ditto game 646 people have played, and from the statistics, this is the most popular variation. It has come to B92. Nasdaq was B90, so it is Oponsensky variation, it is called, and this is of course the most popular play. Thank you. I will be having some more videos. I am concentrating on, in fact, Marathi and Hindi languages, but one of my friends said you have some videos in English also. So whichever videos I find they are important and useful, I am making them in English.